Oh, jeez. That was a rock. Imagine being asked to move out of your home for weeks on end, unsure of where you'll land. Today, that's us. We're handing our motorhome back for some quick repairs and warranty updates. Join us as we figure out how to get everything ready, pack wisely, and share some of our favorite places to stay while we're on the move. We'll also come back to the bus 2 weeks later, so stay all the way to the end because we'll tell you about the repairs we had done and if all went as planned. But first, if we haven't met before, we're the Shin Paws. We're a family of 4 who travels full-time so we can make memories now. Let's go grab the suitcases. We keep them on the back side in one of the bays, but they actually get used quite a bit. The goal is for everyone to pack 3 or 4 outfits that mix and match. But the challenge is that the seasons are changing. So we're getting into the 40s and 50s at night and the low 70s during the day. This is why I hate packing, especially this time of year. We also need to pack some of the food that we have left over in the fridge and maybe a couple appliances. All right, these need to be wiped down. They are gross. Willis, Norman's getting nervous. He saw the suitcases come in. He's standing there panting. I don't know if you have pets, but Norman knows when we get the suitcases out, something's going down. He's gonna stay really close to the suitcase and really close to us until that truck pulls out of here tomorrow. So I really don't like to pack. I'm so spoiled having our stuff with us all the time, everywhere we go. And to make this trip a little more complicated, Jason and I have a work trip during the time that we're out of the bus. I'm probably gonna end up more with like 6 or 7 outfits, but it'll be fine. The other thing is that our flight to Miami actually just got canceled this afternoon. We're in Nashville, Tennessee, but we were supposed to go to Asheville, North Carolina and visit some other family while we're out of the bus. But you all know with Hurricane Helene that Asheville is no place to go right now for vacation or for visiting. It's truly an area where they need help putting their lives back together. So we're not going there, we're not flying out of there. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but what I do know is that we're gonna pack what we think we need. We're gonna be together as a family. Fortunately, we're gonna be out of all of the storm's way. And if there's something that I need that I forget, we can go to the store and get it. We're so blessed, right? And so, you know, guys, there's a lot of things that happen when you travel full time like this. And there's so many things out of your control. But if you keep a really positive attitude, I promise you, you can always prevail. This drives me crazy. This is why I hate packing, especially this time of year. So tomorrow, high is 73. This weekend, high is 77. Bam! Monday, high of 59. Who does that?
We're supposed to be packing as little as possible.
And that's impossible because the weather's changing so much. So you already need more clothes, longer clothes, bulkier clothes. I just want to be efficient and not carry a bunch of stuff around the next couple weeks. You know, we're staying at my mom's house. Just don't want to like throw up all over her house with all of our stuff. We'll figure it out. I think you packed in like 6 minutes.
I think it's closer to 5, but I know exactly what I wanted. I wear the same clothes every time. What's the big deal?
Okay, shorts. I only need 1 pair of shorts. I guess I will need that after all.
All right, good luck, Shug. We'll check back with you in a minute.
Sarah, what are some things that you've got to take on this trip?
Well, we're going to be playing a lot of pickleball while we're there, so I got on my pickleball shoes, special pickleball sunglasses. I also have a pillow because I have a special pillow that doesn't hurt my neck. And I'm also taking my stuffed animal as he might be a little impractical with how big he is. He's my favorite, so he definitely has to come along.
Awesome. So everybody needs a break from packing. So we're going out for sushi. Comment below if you like sushi and if you eat the raw stuff. How
long did it take you to pack?
Well, first of all, I had to get all the bags of clothes out from under the bed and go through them because they had winter stuff in it. That all probably took 45 minutes. Then I started packing. Then I got flustered because I had so many things on the bed.
Then we had all you can eat sushi.
Yeah, and then I came home and then I just said, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna, this is what I'm taking, this is what I'm leaving, it'll be fine. It took me 2 to 3 hours. Nothing like 11 o'clock at night still packing. Willis, what are some things that you gotta have for this trip?
Some things I don't necessarily need, but are definitely at the top of my list of wants are my electric skateboard. To ride that around for the time we're going to be gone is going to be great, and the Fire Stick. So that way we can watch movies and everything while we're out of the bus, and still have good family movie nights.
Awesome. Those of you who are the organizers in your family will appreciate what I'm about to say, because I had all of these Tupperware bins for when we pack and have to go places in the car or the truck. And they were made to stack too high so that way we could take full advantage of all of the height of the truck bed, because otherwise you just have bags that are like 3/4 as tall as the space, but then you don't have other bags to perfectly fill it. So those bins have been packed away under the basement with other things. So I am just going to take our shoe bins that we normally use in the house. That's my plan right now. In 20 minutes when we get to the truck, we'll see if it works.
It's funny, we've done this so many times that we are kind of professionals now. I am the main packer. I mean, when we were out of the bus for 7 months that time, we had to pack and unpack this truck every time we wanted to move. And we didn't just sit still for those 7 months. I mean, we still traveled. So we've kind of got it down. So we're gonna get the back of the truck loaded and we're gonna head out.
We're starting to get everything out of here. The bed is virtually cleaned off, so we'll take that as a win. The kids' bunks are now cleaned off, so everything is packed. And there's Babe getting his coffee.
Hello.
And then behind me, you can see the table's almost clear. The couch is our catch-all. Willis, you're doing such a good job. Almost done, y'all. Almost done.
When the trash comes out the door, that's how you know we're getting close to being done.
We have the most room we've ever had in the back of the truck. Like, I could have taken so much more.
Ready? Ready? We didn't even have to worry about it.
Yes.
Let's go.
We're no stranger to being out of the RV for a few weeks or even a few months for repairs, right, babe?
Unfortunately, that is correct.
It's much easier to come up with a game plan for a couple days or even a week or two. But when you start getting into months, then you have to really get creative. Over time, we have rented cabins at campgrounds, so we could still, maybe we were camping with friends or going somewhere really special, so it allowed us to stay on schedule. We've also rented VRBOs over the years.
Our timeshare.
Yep, our timeshare. Instead of just a week, we could actually add on a second week. So we've made vacations out of those stints. But we have had a handful of times where we were out of our RV for more than a month at a time. The very first time that happened was with our fifth wheel, which is what we started traveling in 8.5 years ago. We thought we had an issue with the wall and we took it in to be repaired. And instead, 2 days later, they called and what did they say?
We're not getting it back. It ended up being totaled.
Yeah, and we were very fortunate to have had it insured properly and we were fine. But we never had been in a situation like that before, ever, ever, ever. And that was early December of that year. And we were going to pick the fifth wheel up and then drive to Breckenridge to ski for the winter. So we did end up finding another place to stay. We found a camping cabin at the resort, and we stayed there for 3 or 4 months. We also had a longer transition between our Tiffin motorhome and our Prevost motorhome than we expected. We did go to our timeshare in the Florida Keys, so we totally planned some vacation time in there. And then we have family in Florida that we visited, but it wasn't enough. We just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. Thank goodness for your mom. Grammy Pam in her basement. That was the Shin Paw residence for many, many months that year. But actually right in the middle of it, we realized that I needed a hip replacement. And that's a whole nother story. But because we didn't have a motorhome and because we were even freer than we are on a normal basis, we ended up driving from North Carolina to Colorado so I could have surgery with the doctor that we wanted to use and the facility we wanted to be at. And we actually stayed in Colorado for the entire 6 weeks post-op until I got cleared by my doctor to go back to life as usual. So, you know, that's very unusual. A lot of people maybe won't do that, but, you know, it just goes to show you, like, you can figure it out. Whatever you need to do, however you need to get it done, if you just will allow yourself to be flexible, you can come up with a plan.
If we weren't flexible, there's no way we would have made it through all that.
That's right.
There's no way.
And Sarah does have quite a collection of hotel keys because between all of it, there's a hotel stay here or a night there or 2 nights, you know, whatever. You just have to piece it together.
You're holding the microphone. You're holding
Nobody can see it but you.
No, but the audio will be bad.
She's
Okay.
holding it upside down.
Okay. Willis and Sarah, I know it's a little bit of a pain every time we have to move out, but would you agree that every time we have to move out, especially when it's for weeks or months at a time, we either go somewhere really cool or get to see somebody that we wouldn't necessarily get to do otherwise?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
What's one of your favorite times of us being out of the bus?
Probably a favorite time for me is when we get to go to the Florida Keys, when that works out with their schedule of getting the bus worked on, because that's always super fun because it's like a vacation, so you don't really think about missing the bus. You just think about, oh, I'm going on vacation, so that's probably one of my favorites.
One of my favorite out of the bus experiences was probably when we went to Dallas for my pickleball tournament. It was my first official one, and I didn't place at all, and I got beat a lot, but it was still really fun.
We had a great time at my mom's, and now it's time to pack it up and get back to the bus.
We pretty much have everything packed. We just have a couple loose ends inside, and then as soon as mom and dad get off their phone call, we're gonna load up and head out.
Wait, are you meaning to tell me we have to leave room for stuff from Costco?
Yeah,
I didn't know we were going to Costco.
yeah, we're going to Costco to stock up.
Hopefully we'll have enough room.
We might not, we'll see.
Dab me up.
We left my mom's house at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, and the goal is to get to Miami by the same time, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So, Jason, how are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm super excited, and I cannot wait to get to Florida. I'm ready.
Awesome. Well, to stay efficient, we are going to have our first stop here pretty quickly before grabbing the bus. So our first stop is Costco. We need to restock the fridge and make sure we have plenty of food so I can be cooking while you're filling the bus up and all those things that we do. So let's get that checked off the list and get to Nashville.
One eternity later.
Dad got a few extra things. He always gets a few extra things. Our stop took way longer than we thought. Jason took over an hour at Costco. We thought that would be 15-20 minutes. And then we went to Chipotle. It was delicious, but it took a long time too. So 2 hours is what our total stop time was. And we're back in the car headed to get the bus. We're gonna have to make this time up for sure. We just got back to the bus here in Nashville, Tennessee after 2 weeks of it being in the shop. We're praying all of the repairs got made because we have to drive to Florida fast. But right now, I've got to make sure the bus is ready and get moved back in so we can hit the road. Oh my gosh, Jason. We have to throw everything away in the fridge too. Like all of our condiments. I mean, that's $200, $300 worth of stuff. So come here, Willis. I was putting away the meat that we just got at Costco, and I noticed that there was some liquid in the freezer, and I just, like, if you look in the trash can, I just filled the entire trash can with hamburger, brisket, steaks. The bus was plugged in when we weren't here, but obviously at some point it got unplugged or something happened to the plug it was plugged into, and so everything, it's disgusting. Everything thawed out and leaked. And look at this. Look at the ice. You see that there? Like the whole thing melted. It's an inch of solid ice. So that's how we know. That's how we know that what happened. But Sarah, you're right. Like, I wasn't even thinking about the fridge. And we leave a lot of stuff, but we were only gone for 2 weeks. So we did our best to eat everything down. But you know, Caesar dressing, that's gonna have to go. I'm not gonna take chances. Just because it doesn't smell bad, it can be bad. But anything that's like mayonnaise based, it has to go. So we're on a time crunch, and we've just blown over an hour here, just getting acclimated, going over the repairs. And you saw the freezer, that's not gonna be a quick cleanup. So I'm just gonna get going. It's part of it, like it'll all be fine. But this is definitely not fun, and not gonna be a quick fix. Oh, cheese has gotta be thrown away. This is what an empty fridge looks like. In a lot of our videos, it's packed to the gills, but not right now. Sadly, we could have known about this in real time. We forgot to plug in our monitoring system that notifies us when the power fails. We're almost 3 hours in at Nashville Coach, and as you can tell, we're nowhere near ready to take off. The freezer refrigerator situation was definitely a surprise. And so what can you do? You just clean it up. And since I was doing that, I figured I might as well make us some chicken in the Instapot so we can have some salads for dinner. And we've just been methodically working through everything in the truck and putting it away. Not off to the best start, but we still have plenty of time. And I know my husband, I'm sure he's gonna end up pushing through and driving into the wee hours of the night. Hopefully he won't wear himself out too much, but we're gonna get to Florida, even though this trip has not started out quite as planned.
Unpacking is taking a lot longer than we thought though. It is getting late. As you can see, it's dark out, and it's just taking a little bit. Right now, we're gonna go pack up the back of the truck with some of the stuff we left here in the office. But I don't know whether we're leaving tonight or in the morning. If we leave tonight, it's gonna be a late night. If we leave tomorrow morning, it's gonna be an early morning. But my parents have to get to Miami by Sunday. So we're gonna see how this goes. There's a lot of stuff we're not showing you guys because it's exhausting to us, so it'd be exhausting for you, and it wouldn't be great in the video. But we're gonna see how this plays out.
4 hours, people. 4 hours. That is how long we have been in this bus, in this bay. picking up and putting away. So much for our 1 hour turnaround. It's almost 9:30, and Dad wanted to drive to Atlanta, which is 5 hours? Yeah, we're not.
Finally pulling out. We're gonna go hook up the truck and then we'll be done.
Today, how long are we going to end up driving?
Just a bit over 9 hours.
A bit over 9 hours. How do you feel right now? Because we're in the home stretch.
I'm tired.
We were trying to see if we can make this 1,250 plus miles in 3 days. And actually that whole thought has just left our mind. The thought today really was, let's just get to Florida as fast as possible. Because if we can get there today, then we can have all day tomorrow to just relax and catch our breath. Because the following day, Jason and I drive another 3 to 4 hours to go to Miami for a conference for 4 days. So how about you guys? What do you do when things don't go as planned? What's your plan B look like? We'd love to hear some things from you too. Oh, jeez. That was a rock. The front of the bus, I guarantee there's a huge dent. Oh. If it had hit the windshield, it would have cracked. So I was just going to say to you how good it felt to sleep in our beds last night and how last night didn't go as planned, and then that just happened.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This hasn't been the trip that we thought it was going to be, nor is this the video we were going to make for you. We pulled out a Nashville coach very, very late last night.
It was almost 9:30.
And we had about a 3.5 hour drive. We got stuck in traffic after we got out of Nashville. That took a lot longer. What time did you go to bed last night?
It was nearly 2 o'clock.
Yeah, 2 a.m. And then you got back up about 8 a.m. this morning, and we started driving again. So babe, we're going to play a little game.
All right.
I'm going to name that repair, and you're going to tell everybody a little bit about what it entailed. And just so you guys know, almost everything that we've had done to the bus is under warranty. So I don't have a big bill. I don't have a grand total for you, but this will give you an idea of some things that will need to be addressed maybe when you get a motorhome. So caulk in the front floors needed to be replaced. That's kind of self-explanatory, right? Yep. Squeaky cabinet by the driver.
Yep, this baby right here, it was our nemesis out west.
Well, they had to take it down the last time we were here, and they just didn't get the last little screw tightened or something like that, right?
Yep.
It's perfect now, as you can tell. You can't hear a thing. The front door cover, I'll take that one.
Yep.
So it took us forever to come up with some sort of design for this front door, and we put this really cool diamond handle on, but nobody ever uses it. And it's a little bit far out of reach. So we added a handle kind of inconspicuously where we normally grab, and that worked out great. It says we had a window stuck on the driver's side.
Yeah, when we took it to Prevo, the driver's side window is not operating super clean. So I asked them what it would take to replace it, and they've done away with this window. So we would have to replace the entire everything to the tune of about $2,000.
Yeah.
So we're gonna lube it, see how long we can get out of it before we have to.
This is a 2008, and that's what happens sometimes. Is sometimes every year, but certainly every few years or a handful of years, things change in all RVs, right? And so unfortunately, we couldn't get the part without redoing a much bigger section of it. So yeah, it's fine. It works. It just doesn't move as fast as we want it to, but it'll be fine. That's fine. Okay, the trailer hitch, you were having some issues with the wiring there.
Yeah, and it was just a electrical gremlin. They could not find it, and it only matters when the truck is plugged in and we turn the bus off. So I just told him not to worry about it because I can just unplug it and everything is fine.
So it doesn't matter
No.
when we're driving, and it's not a safety issue, so fine. We had our washer drain replumbed. The washer and dryer are in the back of the bus. The shower is not far forward from that. And so everything kind of ran into one drain then and went into the gray tank. We could hear it bubbling and gurgling, and it just wasn't, we just didn't care for that. And so they fixed it, which was great. They gave it its own way out, and so now we don't have to listen to that at all. Trim on the floors in the front, just like the caulk, it just needed to be adjusted, and they got that all taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cutting board holder in the kitchen. You can talk about that.
Well, we have a nice full-size cutting board. I'm sure you've seen some of the steaks we've cut on it, which I love. And we needed a place to store it, and we just had a dead space of a couple of inches. And I love how they created a space for us just to slide it in right next to the cabinet. It was total free space.
Yeah. And I do too, because we used to put it in the box behind the couch, and I just need that for other stuff. So it's perfect. And outside, I think you had them build a ledge on top of the table holder in the first bay, and then didn't you have them add another table holder too?
I did.
Okay.
There was just some wasted space. Yet again, it's only 4 inches, but they were able to put a board up there, just able to store some longer rods and different things there, and it was awesome. It was free space that we got.
Air links on the driver's side.
We did not get to that.
Okay. Did you get the LED lights fixed outside?
They're all working right now. We're gonna have to order some more. They didn't have time to get them in, so we just put it on a B priority to do.
So we're going to replace a section. Okay, that's easy. How about the wood in front of the shower?
Yep, that was all done.
Our kitchen table quit going in and out the day before we took the bus in. I'm really glad that happened then instead of like tomorrow, the day after. And what did he say? Was it the actuator? Did I hear that? Okay. And so they got in there, they got it apart, they fixed it. So now we can move our table in and out. Up and down was still working, but the in and out wasn't. Oh no, they didn't remove the backup beeper.
No.
So because it was a government bus and a true commercial bus before we got it, when you back up, you get the beep, 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 beep noise. And you really don't hear it from up here, but I'm the one outside in the back telling Jason, come on, or left or right. And my eardrums are like bang, bang, bang. And so I'm always like, can you just turn it off? And in some models, there is a little switch, but not in this one, again, because it was government and it was commercial. That was something that had to be there. So I'm going to find that wire and snip it. Well, again, these are not life-threatening issues. Oh, my phone just went dead. What else was on here? Hang tight. We share notes on our iPhone. Do you guys do that? We have grocery lists that the whole family can access. We have the repair list. We have all kinds of things that we share on our iPhones. So I love that. You had them rewire the AC controls in the back of the bus, right?
Yeah, because we have 4 air conditioners, the one in our bedroom, we basically have a 13,500 BTU air conditioner just for our bedroom. And the kids have one in the hallway, but the kids have no way for air to circulate, so they have to run theirs every night and keep it pretty cold, 68. So if we don't have another way for the air conditioner to turn off and on in our bedroom, it never turns on. So I had them run a separate thermostat to our bedroom, so there's one in the hallway for the kids and one for the air conditioner just in our bedroom.
And the last thing, and I'm going to talk about this because this was probably like the biggest deal to me, is they took the caulk out in the shower floor around the edges where the wall and the floor meets and redid it. We thought we had a little leak in there this summer, and we had somebody come over and help us with it. But we'd been boondocking, and I was trying not to run any more water through there as possible. We were actually taking showers out of the bus for a couple weeks just to not, like I said, we didn't know what the issue was and we didn't want to make it worse. So the shower floor wasn't really clean. It was kind of extra dirty from hiking and boondocking and not, just not running a bunch of water and not trying to overdo the cleaning and just all that, right? And so when we troubleshot it and fixed it, they sealed in all of that dirt. Guess what? We've had a button the whole time to turn the beeping sound off. Dad just didn't click them all. He had no idea what some of them did. I love your father. I love everything about him. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really glad this trip is over. But you know what? Our family has some new memories, and these are the ones that we'll look back on and laugh about for a very long time. You know what to do. Go grab someone you love and make a memory now. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.
Being out of the bus, we got a little rusty on the pack-up routine. Check this out. Somebody forgot to put the bin on the ground, so when Dad accelerated it flew off, and now everything's everywhere, so I gotta pick that up. It's just another thing to add on to the day. It's not even like a pain in the butt compared to the other things we've had to do, but I figured I'd just show you.